everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for more main story. Now that we have lost the key to Oz's Law to the Pope, which, yep, as Sid said, we really should have seen that coming. We gotta figure out our next plan, because this sucks. As you'd expect, they flew off in the direction that beam was pointing. Bastards. The force generated by the beams was well enough to displace the ship, and after comparing the data recorded by our fore and aft gyroscopes, to cut a long story short, I think I've almost determined its heading. Awesome. I know you're eager to get after the Heavensward, but considering what we just put the old girl through, I'd say she's due a little tender loving care. Now, where did I put my hammer? That's fair. Please get the ship fixed up and ready to go, because this is urgent. Alphino seems determined to put all the thoughts of failure aside and turn his mind to the struggles ahead. Now that's an interesting new reward. Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal, and prevented the Vanu Vanu's lands from being consumed in so doing. The Zundu, at least, shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go and inform Chief Sonu of our victory. Sid and the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides. Sounds good.
Wait, something is amiss. Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Reveal yourselves at once! And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken. Just as Wire observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light? She who bested Van Baelsar?
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world. Tis my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Where did that come from?
Take cover!
Your Radiance, we must withdraw.
We shall meet again, warrior of light. On that you have my word.
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizla. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
Well, that explains why the Garleans are here. There are 3 factions now going after Azizla. Us, the Garleans, and Thordan. This is gonna get a little bit ugly, isn't it? One thing I am sad about in the games, the developers' attempts to make the game less janky, fix some old issues that the game has had. Back in patch 6.1, around the time this playthrough actually started, several years ago, they reworked Castrum Meridianum and Praetorium. In the old version of Castrum Meridianum, you would fight Livia Sasjunius, not just on foot, but the first half of the fight would be her in her white Magitech Reaper. So this moment actually loses quite a bit of impact from the fact that this is now the first time we've seen a white Reaper. It has impact in a different way, but that impact would have been present in the old version of the game where we still saw the White Reaper with Livia. So, Lucia, I think you got some splaining to do, though I do really appreciate the aid. The armor? I had it sent here as a precautionary measure. That's not explaining a whole lot, actually. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald. Verus Zosgalvis in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the legatus of whom the centurion spoke. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor place for such idle speculation. Pray return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of the Imperial forces as well. I have yet to apprise Chief Sonu of all that has occurred, but once I have, we will rejoin you at the airship. Alright, yes, you update the Chief. I will go check that Sid is okay. That feels really inappropriate to be riding a Magitech Slasher and a goddamn Magitech Reaper. After the Garlean showed up, here we go, Rabu, that works. Yep, that's far better. Sid, please tell me you're okay. Okay, you all look alright. The Imperials didn't show up, did they? Because we just had quite the encounter. Thank the 12 you're alive, Satora. When that battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you and Alphino. When the 7 hells happened out there. Yeah, so Varys was here. First the Archbishop turns up with an Ascian in tow, and now the goddamn Emperor pays us a visit. What is this, a procession of notable bastards? God. Who's next, the Keeper of the 7th Bloody Gate? God, it sure feels like it, huh? No one so notable, Master Garland. I am happy to report that the Zundu were overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Chief Sonu sends his warmest regards, Satora. There was much talk of westerly winds. Miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zundu were taken entirely unawares and wisely chose to offer no resistance. There! The Garleans show up on your doorstep and you're not prepared. You probably shouldn't be fighting back if you have no weaponry or anything, or expectations of even attempting to fight them. They're very heavily armed. Which sucks to say, but if there's a chance to get out of it alive, take the option where you live. I sense they have no more fear from the Empire for the present, at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Zundu would already have been leveled. Plainly, Varus is only interested in reaching Oz's Law. Speaking of which, if you're all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well. Shall we? Alright! Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we're going to, of course, be progressing job quests for a little bit, but later this week we will be getting back to the main story as we chase after the Pope and the Emperor. Awesome. But before we go for today, Wind Up Sid, when asked if he had a granddaughter, what would he name... Please, come on, tongue, you can do this. What would he like to see her named? The Ironworks founder replied, Gertrude. Interesting. This is likely a reference that I'm not aware of. I haven't exactly played that many Final Fantasies. I intend to fix that at some point. When faced with a lack of coin to fund projects, Scarlet Ironworks engineers designed the Wind Up Sid, with hopes that sales of the automaton would fill their coffers. Indeed, sales have been impressive, the item bringing in just enough gil to pay for the founder's debts. Amazing. Run, Sid, or stay. It makes no matter, you cannot escape the past. From Gaius Van Baelsar. Okay, anything else before we go? I think we're good. We looked over the minion. Oh, right, we want to talk to everyone real quick. Well, what are we waiting for? The next main story episode on Thursday, obviously, if you're watching these as they go up. And what will we find at the end of the road? I've done it, Satora. I've worked out which way they're headed. Whenever you're ready, we'll set course for Oz's Law. Awesome. She's all patched up, Satora. Alright then, next time, a few job quests. And when we get back, the chase is on. 3 factions, 4 if you count the Asians, converging on Oz's Law. What could go wrong? I'll see everyone next time for that.